Good morning, my friend. What are you doing here? Waiting for me? Assalamu alaikum, my name is Khalid, and today we'll talk about the three main mechanisms of how our bodies build muscle. So regardless of your goals at the gym, you will eventually need to build some muscle. If you're trying to lose weight, building muscle will help you lose it faster. If you're trying to get big, building muscle will help you achieve that goal. If you're just trying to get stronger or get in shape, that's muscle for you. But how does our body build the muscle? Or what are the known mechanisms our bodies use to build muscle? Although our bodies have different types of muscle, such as the cardiac muscles that moves the heart, as a bodybuilder, we need to focus about the skeletal muscle. Those are the muscles that are attached to your bone and moves your skeleton. To simplify this, skeletal muscles are formed of bundles of fibers, like ropes, packed together. They're called myofibrils, or muscle fibers. These muscle fibers contract or get shorter as they receive stimulus from a motor neuron or nerve cell. One thing you need to understand is, muscle is a very expensive tissue to keep, and for your survival's sake, our bodies tend to keep it as low as possible, and they try to store fat instead because it will help you if you're starved. And to force your body to build muscle, you will continuously have to apply an increased amount of stress on the muscle in order to activate one of these mechanisms that starts the process of building muscle. And these three mechanisms are muscle tension, muscle damage, and metabolic stress. The sun is up, let's move to the gym. Let's go. So the first point is the most important one, muscle tension. And that simply means adding tension to the muscle and the neuron connection to induce muscle growth. Now the exact mechanism is a little bit complicated, but to simply put it, adding more weight or adding more tension to the muscle and the neural connection will cause some chemical changes in the muscle cell that will eventually lead to muscle growth and improving the neural connection to the muscle. That means your muscle will contract better with heavier weight. This is also known as progressive overload, or progressively increasing the weights that you're using during your training to induce muscle growth. Now this is one of the most effective mechanisms of building muscles, especially if you're a natural bodybuilder. One other way you can activate this mechanism without increasing the weight is increasing the time under tension that the muscle is put to under a certain weight. Meaning using the same weight that you're adapted to, but increasing the time of the rep. This will also add some tension to the muscle, and it's also known as time under tension. Moving to the second mechanism, which is muscle damage. Let's go. I'm sure you've experienced this by now. Muscle damage. Now this exemplifies the term no pain, no gain. You've probably been told by now that to build some muscle, you have to break down some muscle. Now, this is scientifically true. In order to force your body to build some muscle, you have to cause some muscle damage. Muscle damage can happen when you move weight that is more than the weight that you're adapted to, and when you move the muscle in the range of motion, expanding your range of motion. One way you can experience this is by what's called weighted stretches, and that means while holding the weight, try to stretch your muscle into its maximum range of motion. For example, if you're doing biceps curls on the incline bench, try at the end of your reps to stretch your muscle using the weight to extend your range of motion. Of course, these micro tears or damage will activate inflammatory molecules that will force your body to build bigger, larger, and stronger muscle fibers. Moving to the third and last mechanism, which is metabolic stress. So the third mechanism is metabolic stress. Have you ever experienced the pain or the burn in your muscle when you lift low weight to higher reps? When you pass the rep range that you are used to, you feel this burn, this temporary burn or pain in the muscle that will force you to stop? Then, my friend, you've experienced the metabolic stress. Now, this pain occurs due to the accumulation of lactic acid, which is a byproduct of breaking down glucose through a process called glycolysis. Think of it as a defensive mechanism that your body uses to stop you from doing these exhaustive exercises before you cause muscle damage. Now, the accumulation of this lactic acid or this burn that you feel will activate certain mechanisms that will force your body to build larger muscle fibers that will enable you to hold larger amounts of glucose, and thus allowing you to extend the period of training that you do before you feel that burn. Now, please note that you can't activate a single mechanism at a time. Most of these mechanisms work together. For example, if you lift heavy weight, you'll be activating the muscle tension mechanism and the muscle damage mechanism. That's it for today. For my training, I have pull today, so I'll be doing backs, biceps, and rear delts. If you found this video useful, hit the thumbs up, share and subscribe. I will see you inside.